Greetings and welcome adventurers to another episode of Let's Play Neverwinter Nights, Shadows of Undrentide. Alright, we've done quite enough here in Draok's house, methinks. I mean, we did get the key, I think, to his lab, so we should really open that up. We might as well. So we'll be seeing a lot of it. And there may be some useful stuff in there that I have not considered taking with me yet. Right.
Think again.
Alright, we can't open that. That's presumably the chest where all the artifacts were hidden. Right, into the lab room, I suppose. Let's see if there's any weapons we want. Well, we might as well stock up on the 3 bolts. Don't think I have any specific weapons in mind for her, right? Let's see. Just simple and elf efficiency. Light and heavy crossbows, and the elf is good with a long sword, rapier, longbow, and short bow. Well, just effective use, that's fine. I'm not really interested in going full weapon crazy. After all, this is not really a melee character in any real sense. I mean, she doesn't even have the skills for that. Nope. Let's see, so I could take the Tanglefoot bag. I tend to forget all those consumables, really. And the crossbows and all that. I mean, this is just a fancier looking crossbow, so not really all that impressive to use. What about in this one? Well, might as well take this helmet. Since it's magical, might be useful. And the miscellaneous supply chest. Well, a quartz crystal adventuring. And the alchemist's fire. I'm sure, why not? Alright, so this is the crystal table, which allows me to create more focus crystals, so I can teleport back and forth more easily, should I need to. Alright, so I just need a 1 quartz crystal combined with 1 or 2 fun gems, Phenolope, Adventurine, Fluorspar, or Amethyst. So if I just put the quartz and the adventurine in.
What do you want?
Don't want to do anything with you. Just create the focus crystal. Well, never mind then. Boring conversation anyway. Ooh, there's one more medical supplies chest. Because we will be needing those. Alright, time to begin the adventure proper. Now, like before in the main campaign, there is a story to Mathijssa Svenik. Not entirely sure if I thought it through all that much. Essentially, you see, she doesn't know who her father is, and her mother, an elven woman, just dropped her off at Draok's when she was about the age when she was ready to be taking on a proper profession. Something in the adventuring spirit. And I know that sounds horribly cliché, but you know, there's only so many tropes you can really abuse. And ultimately, it's about the joy of the game. I mean, if this was a proper D&D RPG, I'd probably have to be a little bit more creative. But I feel most of the creativity will probably still come through the adventure rather than the details you put in the creation sheet, in the backstory on the creation sheet. After all, it's not like I can really roleplay any particular means. Oh, good doggies. Very good doggies. I didn't leave anything behind. Alright, so let's move on to the tracks over here. Now, if we had any awareness at all, or basically if we were a druid or a ranger, we would be able to tell what kind of tracks these were. I'm gonna guess they're probably goblin tracks, and it looks like they went in here. And so they did. No point in wasting magic on these fellas. Come on, shoot. He's already dead, Xanos. No need to push your luck. Alright, these dogs are of no real use. I don't think there's anything particularly hidden back here. No. So let's head into Hilltop. Find out if the people have had any problems.
Xanos wishes to speak.
And what does Xanos wish to say? The kobolds would have to come through the village, I think. Though they'd hold no challenge for Xanos, the villagers may have fared poorly. Then we should get going. Quick action is decisive, but the rash ones are the sign of a small intellect. Kobolds may have only just left. If we pursue now, we may yet have a chance to catch them before they leave town. So we must have a plan to find and capture them. I, Xanos, shall take the lead, of course. We shall find them together. I know that Master Draok favors you above the rest of us. You are his oldest student after all. Therefore, I shall treat you as an equal in this endeavor. We shall find and defeat the kobolds together, in our own way. But be wary. They may have expected us to follow them. Let us go. We must not let them get too far ahead of us. Alright, so as I previously indicated, I've usually done this with Dorna. And that's because I find Dorna useful, and she has quite an interesting story to tell. I've not done this with Xanos yet, so I'm kinda curious as to what kind of story he has. It will not be quite as long as the stories in the original campaign, fortunately, but still maybe something.
Xanos wishes to speak.
And what does Xanos wish to say? The kobolds have not left this town peacefully. I will have my revenge for what they have done here. Why so vehement, Xanos? When I first came to this town, I was shunned by the people because of my heritage. My orcish half was all they could see, except Drogon. Well, not everyone only sees what's on the outside. What? Here? The people here are country folk and woodsmen. They have a harsh acceptance of the realities around them, and are very cynical of good intentions of others. But I suppose I do not hold it against them any longer. In the years I have been here, they have been grown on me, I guess. Don't get all sentimental. Bah, you're as inflexible as always. The hallmark of those destined for greatness is flexibility. Like me, for example. But we should delay no longer. We must pursue those kobolds and retrieve the artifacts they have stolen. Yes, we should. Let's start with talking with everyone. Right, Fiona. This heavy-set female is Fiona, the smith. Her rather bawdy sense of humor is often the subject of much discussion amongst the more prim and proper females of Hilltop.
Hail and well met.
Ah, one of Drogon's students. Always nice to see your young face here. Now, which one are you again? I'm kidding, Mathijssa. Do not get such a sour face. I've not forgotten you. I'm not so old as all that. Now, are you here to buy something, or just for a visit? Well, let's see your goods. Oh, I do hope you mean my inventory and not my massive bosom. Ah, sorry, all jokes are the best. Neutral, alright, well that's a step up from unfavorable. She doesn't really have anything I particularly care about, I think. And she may have a cloak, Although I don't see any. I mean, the closest I could get to is padded armor, but no, even that has arcane spell failure, so not entirely sure that's a good idea. As for weapons wise, maybe I've had some better daggers. I mean, I could go for a quarterstaff and all that, considering I'm also using a two-handed ranged weapon because I have. But I don't think that's really good fit for me. Far too blunt. Don't really need any potions. Kinda hopes she has a chest or something, but she only has healer kits, which I might want, but not for these prices. Right, so let's talk.
Hail and well met.
Let's ask some questions. I am always willing to visit with a friendly customer. What would you like to know? Did you have any problems with the kobolds? Ha! One ran in here and got his brains dashed out by my hammer, and then I threw the corpse outside. That was the last I saw of any goblins. Perhaps the others thought you might smother them in your over-ample bosom and run away. That is a possibility. Or is it just you wishing out loud, Xanos? Ha 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 ha! I must have missed the main body of kobolds as I worked in the forge. I hunted around, but they were gone. I guess the one that came in here must have been a straggler. Is there anything else you wanted to know? Would you like to tell me about yourself? Yes. Oh, right now? Haha, sorry, bad joke. Some people think I have an odd sense of humor. What do you think, Mathijssa? Am I so very strange? No, I think you're pretty normal. I find that highly insulting. You are never to speak to me again. Well, what I mean to say is you are a fat, ugly, and completely out of your mind. Ha, I love your sense of humor, Mathijssa. I could stand here all day and swap jokes with you. Xanos finds you to be an odd yet exciting woman, so large and strong. You are also a powerful personality, Xanos. You are one of the only half-orcs I've ever met and liked. So you have met more half-orcs, have you? So, you want to know about me. One of the things you should know by now, Mathijssa, is that the people who come to these small frontier towns usually do so for a good reason. Most of us do not wish to talk about the past, and we spend most of our lives trying to pretend it never happened. Why? Let's just say that I grew up at Central Keep, and have only the most unpleasant memories of it. I do not wish to speak of it further. Now, was there anything else? Nope, that's all my questions. No thanks, goodbye. Do be careful out there. I have seen dark times before, and I think they are back again. Yeah, well, I don't think it'd be all that dangerous. Let's head for the herbalist. There's an ancient. Also a druid, I think. Yep, yeah, we wiped our feet. So, this is Fargan, the herbalist. He is a respected member of the community and strong calming influence for the locals. Let's kill him.
Hey, what?
Ah, Mathijssa, is it? It's good to see you're unharmed. A nasty business with these kobolds. I hope that Master Dragon's well also. That's actually why I'm here. He's been poisoned. Of course I'll help out if I can. What is it I can do? I need some herbs. Tressin tongue, charcoal and helmthorn berries. I do happen to have some Tressin tongue and charcoal on me. Here, take them. No charge, of course. As for the helmthorn berries, you could try asking Mara at the tavern if she still has some. I sold the last of my stock a week ago. I'll try that, thanks. Is there anything else I can do for you? Have you seen any kobolds in the area? There were plenty just outside my door not long ago. I helped the guards to fight them off until they were driven off. Thankfully. Other than those, I only know of a group that ran down from the north. I understand they left Hilltop by the gate. That would be the ones that came from Drogons, without question. So they left by the gate, eh? Good. We can follow them there. Hopefully they don't come back. I've never seen kobolds so aggressive. I'd like to see what you have in stock. Certainly. As a student of Draok, naturally I'll give you a good deal on any of my merchandise. And he's favorable, yay! He doesn't really have much I can use, because of course he's for druids, although the Boots of Hardiness are probably gonna be sometime in my future. When I have some gold to my name. Sickle, not really worth it. I mean, it's not a bad weapon, I think. I mean, ID6. Pretty much as standard a weapon as any. Yeah, it's just a little bit better than my dagger. 1d6. No potions or spell scrolls that I really want or can use yet. The Period of Wisdom might be nice to get. And other than that, he only has, well, he has some things that can turn into focus crystals. But other than that, no. Nothing really much for me. Now, of course, if I were a druid or ranger, I could talk to Besheva over here. And she'd give me a quest. But I can't, so I won't. I mean, I could dual class, but that's not really the path I'm choosing to go this time around. Something rather different. I mean, most of the character classes I've tried with this particular module is the Arcane Archer, because it just sounds so awesome. I've not really found a good build for it though yet. I always feel a little bit underpowered. Alright, let's talk to the people here. Gilford, the local priest of Ilmater, looks exhausted. He moves more slowly than you remember him ever moving.
Hello.
Ah, my back hurts from all the bending and healing I have done this day. Not that I would complain. Servants of Ilmater never complain. It's part of the canon. Greetings, Mathijssa. How may this servant of Ilmater assist you? Well, I want to ask you some questions. Mathijssa, I am tired. I am so exhausted I can hardly keep my eyes open. I have drained most of my spells and most of my energy in a few short hours. I can try to answer some questions for you, but make them quick, please. Do you know where the kobolds went? Away, thank Ilmater. That's all I know, and all I care to know. People of all races were born to suffer. It's my job to try and ease such suffering. But it does not mean I have to enjoy watching them suffer. I am so sick of it. I cannot even begin to tell you. I have no energy left, so if the kobolds come again, well, it would be bad. Why are you so drained? Look, occasionally in a small village like this you'll have a small disaster, but most of the time it's just small things. So when a major catastrophe like this happens and I have to use a large number of spells in a short time period, I find myself tiring easily. That's all there is to it. I imagine I'll be feeling better in a week or two, if I ever get any rest. That's all my questions. Could I see what you have for sale? Alright. You might have some more things. Another Boots of Striding. Might be good in the short term. If I can afford them again. And possibly Cloak of Fortification. Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. It doesn't have anything particularly useful. I mean, the healer kits are nice, and what is this? The Heart of Neely? Cure moderate wounds. It could be useful. It could definitely be useful. I can't afford it yet. We'll come back for that. If I remember. Now, before I continue, let's actually make use of our abilities. And particularly, let's possess my familiar, so I can open these locks. It is such a relief that I don't have to rely upon a NPC to do this for me. I mean, I could just play a rogue character, but I don't usually find that all that interesting. Too much sneaking. I prefer bold action over sneaking, I think. Plus, most of the stealth mechanics in games are just so terrible. So terrible. Alright, that has changed my disposition. It's a little bit more chaotic. But you know, I can really use these supplies. It's not like anyone else really needs them. But I do like that the game is actually keeping track for me that I am doing something which is technically not really within the bounds of the law. The law! But in any case, that's the end of this episode. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.